You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming, and some of you on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you to the Let's Play episode of Nekojishi, Senpai's Path. So yeah, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is out for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Alrighty. What a troublesome situation you've gotten yourself in, kiddo. You guys don't get it. I'm not playing around. I'm stressed every day. I feel like I should remind you that this situation won't resolve itself. You're going to keep stressing yourself out over it until you make a decision. I don't think any of them want you to go through that. I guess so. And the Yaguai, they're spreading rumors. The faster you get this over with, the better. What does that mean? Nothing. Just think who you should team up with. No matter what, you'll end up hurting someone. So keep it simple for their sakes. Why does it make it sound like I'm breaking up with someone? Am I wrong? After all, their appearances are based on your preferences. Not to mention all the things they can help you with. I did hear from somewhere that these gods feel a special interest of yours, don't they, kiddo? How do you know about that? So it's true. I was just guessing. What? The Yaguai are gossiping about me like that? About that stuff? Thinking about it, I was almost too embarrassing to handle. Just don't make it too hard on yourself, kiddo. Think about it simply and make a decision earlier. Think simple. Take my spiritual advice for you to heart, kiddo. Ragu pets me on the head. Okay, little guy, take it easy. I'll be around here for the next few days if you need me. See ya. Fly ya. Ragu says goodbye with a hearty smile before starting to fade away. As if he wasn't ever there to begin with. Huh? Wait! He was gone. What kind of god just brings up a topic like that and then just leaves? What a weird god. I would never have foreseen that he would bring that up. I would have told him not to tell you if I had the chance. Why? I'd have figured it would make you uncomfortable, and I was most likely correct. You should just ignore the Yaguai gossip until it fades away. There's no harm to come from it. Though Ragu was kind of right, Liao. You shouldn't just keep waiting until something bad happens. So let's set off from the alley as soon as possible. Senpai, please! But we get along so well. It'd be so nice to just be with Liao forever. I don't know. Please don't say things like that. Leopard raises a paw and gently taps Senpai on the head. Senpai plays along, acting stunned as if he just smacked him. Finally able to collect my thoughts, I look back towards the picnic and bento laid out before us. Now that Ragu has taken a bite out of the chi, would any of them even want to eat it? I've never seen them even go near anything touched by one of the others. Last time I asked Senpai about it, he just said it's practically like being able to smell someone else's drool while you're eating. But it was only one bite, so maybe the rest of it is still fine. So, what do we do about the bento? All three of them remained silent. None of them wanted the bento anymore. It was kind of a weird mood, but I should still eat my lunch. I did make it for myself after all. I picked up my chopsticks and looked down at the bento. All pieces of roasted meat laid untouched in a tidy row, but I couldn't help but recall Ragu picking one up and eating it. I sat down for a moment and calmed myself. Ragu was correct. Postponing my decision isn't going to help anything. Nothing good will come from just waiting, especially for Senpai. His Fudogan's powers probably won't hold out much longer. I always thought I could keep this up until graduation. Time's running out, isn't it? But that doesn't mean I should be hasty. I need to think about this. This is my life we're talking about. I still need to think about what's best for me. If that means I need to refuse all three, I should do it sooner rather than later. However, if it was so easy to make them leave, then I wouldn't have to stress out over it. What should I do? I raise my chopsticks, about to snatch up some lunch, and suddenly, swiftly I see a paw reach in and snatch away a piece of meat from my bento. Delicious. One look at Leopard's expression exposed his white lie. It wasn't delicious at all. I might as well try it, so I pick up the piece that Leopard just consumed the chi from and place it on my tongue. Yep, it's way too salty. If someone ever tells you that you can't use too much soy sauce, they're wrong. There you go. It is water time. Oh, that's good water. Alright. The other pieces were cold and oily. It was better with rice, but by no stretch of the imagination would I consider it delicious. Moving on, I tried the rest of the meal. The fried veggies tasted metallic anyhow. The biscuit was soggy, and while the seasoning wasn't bad, you couldn't call what's here a tamagoyaki anymore. And I was thinking over how it didn't turn out too well. Leopard's paw reaches over the bento, snatching another 2 pieces of meat. But, Leopard, is it okay for you to eat that? Ragu already had a bite after all. Because Liao made this. It's not that good. Because Liao made this. There's no need for you to force yourself just because of that. Because Liao made this. You can't just say the same thing again and again and expect that to be a reasonable response to someone. Really, it's okay. You don't need to force yourself. Someone already had some, and it's not even that good. I don't expect you to eat it. But I want to eat. I look down at the mess of a bento I made. It doesn't taste good, and it doesn't look good either. Leopard takes another piece of meat, including some veggies with it this time as well. He never eats veggies. Before I knew it, he took another mouthful, and then another. Before long, he'll have eaten the whole thing. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. Considering the quality, it'd be rude to not follow his lead. So I proceed to dig in, eating the whole thing quietly before finishing up by clipping the lid back on the bento box. Once we finish eating, I pack up the leftover rubbish. We have to keep the field clean after all. Senpai pulls out a bottle of juice and passes it to me. I take a swig and lay down against the rock under the tree, taking in the breezy scenery around me. Clouds had gathered over a distant mountain peak, creating fog and shades of white and gray. A thick haze obscures the lush forest underneath. Even though it's spring, cold air still blows through these mountains. I zip up my jacket and let myself relax a little. As I look up, I see some tongue flower petals drift down onto my shoulders. I brush them off, leaving them to fall on the picnic blanket below, brilliant white petal snow forming around me a petal at a time. Liao, you want to bring some of the tongue flowers home with us? Home? But where would we put them? I watched the petals fall on the picnic blanket. Senpai made them blossom just for me. The fallen flowers didn't have stems, so I guess a vase wouldn't even work. For flowers like this, placing them on a plate with some water should suffice. In that case, they should keep nice for several days. Huh? Really? I imagine a picture of Serenity as the tongue flowers drift across the water on a nice little plate on my bookshelf. But how do we get them home without crushing them? That's the problem. They get crushed in a bag. Maybe if we wash the bento box and put them in that. Wouldn't they just smell like food then? Shame I didn't bring any soap. Wait, what kind of person would bring soap to a picnic? Packing an extra box would make way more sense. Senpai gathers the flower petals into a small pile, about the size of a fist. They're beautiful, but I couldn't imagine how to keep them pristine during the trek back home. As I watched Senpai gather more flowers, I thought through what to do. This lasts just a moment as my attention shifts to Leopard walking over to the tongue tree. Oh, nice. Mystical magic. Magic for Senpai. Before I know it, Leopard throws the flowers up into the air, holding his paws around the flowers as if he were about to catch them as they fell. However, none of the flowers fall back down. Instead, Leopard must be using his powers to suspend them in the breeze. Wow, Kulao, that's a cool move! Quite the waste of your divine powers. Leopard looks around a bit while keeping the flowers suspended over his paws. Soon enough, Senpai comes over with his backpack. Kulao, can you keep the flowers floating around inside my bag? Yes. All the way down the mountain? Yes. Yay! 3 cheers for Kulao! Now we can take the flowers home to thank him. Home thanks to him. Senpai dances happily around Leopard. It's nice to be able to take the flowers home and all, but does he really need to be so excited about it? Liao is going to decorate the room with these blossoms. I guess so. And whenever you see the blossoms, you'll think of me. Second, y'all. It is Walter time. Oh, good water, good water. Why would I? Because I'm the one who thought to bring them home. I mean, Leopard is the one who's actually letting us be able to bring them home. But, don't you think I'm beautiful just like a tongue blossom? How so? Senpai is frozen with shock, so I walk over and help Leopard open the bag so he can float the petals inside. Liao, do you like flowers? I guess so. It's a long way up here. If anything, it's a nice idea to bring them back as souvenirs for this trip. I zip the backpack back up. The bag's kind of full already. Are the flowers really floating around inside? I wonder if he'll end up getting crushed during the walk home anyway. I'm not so sure, but Leopard's face remains unchanged, so I guess it's okay. Oh, now that we've got our souvenirs, we should head back, right? But it's still so early. Are there any more places to see? We could always try that trail and see if it leads to us to any pretty places. So, I guess Senpai's idea isn't that bad, but it took ages for us to get there. Ages for us to get here. I'm just worried about going out too far at this point. The paths are well marked, but I'm still afraid of getting lost. We don't really know where those paths go, and we'll be in big trouble if it gets dark and we can't find our way back. It's just a bit past midday. I don't want to go too far from the metro station. Yeah, you're right. Getting lost out there would suck. But, since we have extra time, we can watch the metro back and still go... We can catch the metro back and still go and check out some of the shops before dinner. Yeah, sure. Senpai and I plan out our trip back down the mountain. As we backtrack our steps on the map, none of us mention our encounter with that weird god of soil. I wonder if it was awkward for all of them, too. Alright, everyone ready to head back to the station? I start packing up the remains of our picnic. Afterward, we head off back down the mountain. The pathways were narrow here, so we end up walking single file. Walking in a line doesn't make it easy to strike up a conversation, but I guess all of us had something to think over in our heads after today. It really was a lot quieter on the way up this morning, but words to start a nice conversation just wouldn't come to me. Ragu, do the other Yaoi really think that I'm just keeping those three around just to take advantage of them? I mean, I don't know any of these Yaoi, so why should I care what they think? That doesn't stop me from feeling annoyed over everything they think about me, though. But I do care about how those three feel. Do they think I'm just keeping them around because of some selfish wish to have them all to myself? Probably not, or at least I don't think they do. Definitely not Senpai. After all, he's the one always trying to make everything about romance, not me. But I guess it would be true that by not deciding anything with him, he just ends up trying to please me, trying to make me want to like him. Tiger and Leopard wouldn't think like that, would they? Tiger knows me. He knows my troubles. He knows my likes, but even then he says he's not interested in romance. He just doesn't speak enough for me to even take a guess as to what he's thinking about. I really do hope that he doesn't think I'm using him. I should ask him what he really thinks if I get the chance. I look around towards the three of them, walking single file down this narrow and winding mountain path. Some distance separates each of us. This would be a good time to ask them. But how am I going to do it? It's embarrassing, but I've got to just suck it up and go for it. I did Leopard. I hesitate for a second and speed up my pace to catch up to Leopard in front of me. Oh. Nope. Not doing that. I call it a Leopard. Leopard cat. What is this? Okay. Load. There we go. Alright. Alright, y'all. So, we are almost at the end here. Let me, do a little save for a little ad break. Okay. And we are back. We gotta get over here. There we go. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Leopard cat. I guess Senpai would know the most about that kind of stuff. The other guys probably wouldn't know what I'm talking about. I slow my walking pace to fall back towards Senpai, leaving the others to walk over ahead. So, Senpai, what do you think of Ragu? What do you think Ragu was talking about? Do you mean the Yaoi rumors, or do you think I'd be disappointed if we didn't become a couple? Oh, that's not it. So you really do care what those Yaoi think? What if I help you quash those rumors? Can you? I used to be a Yaoi, and I could always find some friends and have them help us spread the truth. Is that all right? You're kind of a guardian tiger now. You still get in contact with your old friends? Not all Yaoi are bad. Some are very friendly. To get some help would be easy. To help us would be easy peasy. Maybe it would be better if we didn't. Is that because you're worried about me? Stop joking around. You know, you don't have to listen to that weirdo tree lord. We came to find you because of our own problems. It would be totally normal if you didn't change your whole life just to help us. But if you want to, we can still be a couple. Senpai, could you even see us as a couple after you leave Jianshushi's body? If Liao chooses to go rebuild the temple out on the hill, then it's only natural that I keep you company, right? It's a lonely place, so of course I do my best to keep you happy. You could even bring your computer. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!